Welcome back, everybody. He's John. I'm Frank, and we're doing the same thing for the second week in a row. John, we've got a pick five carryover, early pick five heading into Friday's card. $30,636 carryover. So there's some other people's money in the pools we could get a hold of.
Well, it's deja vu all over again. Nobody had the early pick five once again. And last Friday, when we had a carryover, there was $186,000 in new money. This sequence features both bigger fields and I think a lot more wide open fields. So it would not surprise me if we had much more than that in just new money on top of that carryover.
I mostly want to thank you for the yogiism there to start this thing off. Yeah, nobody goes there anymore. It's too crowded. So, uh, all right, let's talk about your spotlight horses to start, and then we'll talk about the ticket as a whole. You've got two spotlight horses in here. They're going to be in race four and race five. Race four, 7,500 beaten claimers going three quarters. We're gonna take a look here about at the seven horse B West. The last time he ran for a tag, which was against the pretty formful Johnny French Fry.
Yeah, he lost by 3 points of length to Johnny Frencheye. He was well clear of Sunset Town, who was in good form at the time. Chased down Johnny Frencheye, made up a lot of ground, and just missed. B West went to the sidelines for a lot of the summer, came back at Timonium, going a mile, and faced a very nice field, which included the likes of Delise Vita, Grant Andrews, and Kick Startness, all of whom are much better than anyone he'll see and hear. He didn't do much that day, but he's now cutting back to 6 furlongs, which is more his speed. He's taking a big drop in class, going back to a track that he really likes. And as I alluded to earlier, this is really not a great field by any stretch of the imagination. As long as B West has anything left in the tank, he should just blow this field away in his second start off the bench. And it's a tough sequence. So if you're going to single anybody in the pick five, I think he's the one.
Is there somebody you would add if you were less concerned about money?
One horse I'm a little bit interested in is number four, Little Lance, who ran some nice races against better starter optional claiming foes over the summer, both here and at Delaware Park. He was very flat last time out, got a bit of time off since that August 1st race. He's had a workout since. I really don't know how he'll do, but I know the ability to win this race is in there somewhere. So if you're doing an ABC kind of thing, I think Little Lance would be a good B type of horse to use.
Yeah, that's a Billy Campbell trainee. Yeah, that horse has a little bit of talent. His form's a bit in and out, but he's got a little bit of talent. So that's a logical one. Let's spin ahead one race. Maiden special weights going 7/8 of a mile on the dirt. You're going to use three of these. This is a really, I think, a really interesting group of horses here. Your spotlight is going to be the four horse Gualio.
Both him and Complete Effort both made their last start in a maiden special weight at Monmouth Park back on August 9th. So in a way, it's a dual spotlight. Gualilo was the only one in that was the only first time starter in that field of seven. Took a bit of money for Rick Dutcher and made decent ground late. He was far behind early on, but he did close pretty well in the last eighth. Ended up third, beating 3 lengths. Definitely the kind of thing that you like to see from a first time starter. Doctoral trainees tend to do better second time out than first time out. He's worked well at Belmont Park since. I know doctoral trainees aren't that great down here, but this one did show some promise first time out. Not a great field. I think he's pretty live. Complete Effort was the 3-5 favorite in that race. He was sixth, really flat, but it was his first start off a 4.5 month layoff. Showed a lot of promise on debut at Gulfstream Park over the winter, so I'm willing to give him another shot in his second start off the bench.
You're also using the six in here, Bridoza for Terry Pompey. This is another one shipping down from Monmouth, bringing his jockey too, Sonny Leone.
That's right. Don't see much of Sonny Leon down here, and in fact, we'll see him at Parks for the big Pennsylvania Derby Day card on Saturday. But he is making a little detour to Maryland in the meantime. This one showed early speed for the first time last time out going a mile. In fact, he's been showing more speed with each of his starts. Fought hard, only lost by a length. Cutting back around one turn here at the distance where he ran his career best figure on the Brisnet scale. It's going to be interesting to see what Sonny does with him, if he wants to send him back to the lead or move him just off the pace. But either way, he's trending in the right direction, and I think is a must use.
Yeah, and there are others you could use in here. I mean, you got Golden Descent, the two horse for Katie Keel. You got Solomon for Brittany Russell. And another horse that I think is interesting is Renfro's Reception for Justin Nixon.
Mhm.
This is a $335,000 colt by Street Sense. And Justin Nixon does a pretty good job, but he doesn't get a lot of $335,000 Street Sense colts. So I'm curious to see that runner as well.
Me too. He is the only first-time starter in the field. He was based down at Payson Park for a while. Looked like he joined Nixon's string in late June. And Nixon does occasionally pop with first-time
First
starters at a
timers.
big
Yep.
price. So he could do a lot worse than throwing this one on your ticket just in case.
All right, those are your spotlight horses. Let's take a look at and we'll put up your entire ticket here. It's going to be a $60 ticket, I believe, and
Mhm.
you're going to spread pretty wide in the open.
I could have hit the all button, and I think if you have a bigger budget, it might behoove you to do so. It was hard to draw a line, but I did draw a line at five, going one, two, four, five, and six. Race number two is pretty much the exact same race as race one, only on the dirt. I think the two Bick and the three Brother Conway kind of stand out over the others. I really had a hard time separating them, so I'm using both of them. Race number three, another wide open contest on the grass. I'm four deep in here. I'm going to try to beat the four Patty Cakes, who I know has good figures, but has come in second four times in a row, and that's usually not that great. I got the seven Solving Progress, who has early speed, as does the 12 Put a Rock on It. The 11 Cleopatra's Nile going first off the Dan Ward claim and won four straight at Tampa Bay Downs over the winter. And the nine Don't Tell Kelly taking a drop in class. And as we talked about earlier, we'll single B West in race four and go three deep in race five.
All right, how are we feeling about this ticket? We feel good about this one?
I feel about as good as I can given the sequence. As I said, it's very difficult. I think I could have spread a lot more in other races if I really wanted to, but you can't use everyone. Sooner or later, you have to cut down. But I'm feeling good about my single, feeling good about all the other horses I'm using, and I know if this hits, just because of the size of the pool, it's going to pay well.
All right, that's going to do it. It's a $60 ticket for John Piasek there. He's got Spotlight horses. B West in the fourth race as a single. He's got Gualio as a spotlight, but also two others in the nightcap. Well, not the nightcap, but the fifth race, last race of the sequence. Sequence starts in race one, $30,636 carryover, 12% takeout. So always an attractive wager at 12%, more attractive when other people have already paid for the takeout by
All right.
not hitting the bet on Sunday. John, good luck. Let's hope you need a wheelbarrow to get your money home.
Your lips to God's ears, Frank.